Indy here, RPG a Day, the 29th of August. We're almost done with this. This has been really fun. At the same time, it's also been really busy. Next year, I swear I'm going to get ahead on things. The question today is, oh, and I'm wrong, it's the 28th. Sorry. Thing you'd be most surprised a friend has not seen or read. Now, I feel like from the RPG hobby, this question should be broken up into genres because I'm not going to be surprised necessarily if a vampire LARPing player has never read or seen Lord of the Rings. I'm not going to be terribly surprised. So I think this question bears some genre breakdown. But even then, I'm not particularly surprised when people haven't seen anything. I've been playing fantasy role-playing since 1993-ish and run Rollmaster, which is very similar to Middle-earth role-playing game since they owned ICE owned that license at that time. I've never read Tolkien. I've never read the Hobbit or the Lord of the Rings. I've seen the movies. It's kind of blasphemous for some people that I've seen the movie and not read the books, but I just haven't. So it would be kind of weird if I thought was particularly surprised at other people who hadn't read those or the Chronicles of Narnia or I don't know, Song of Ice and Fire, whatnot, Wheel of Time. I'm not surprised by any of those things. My favorite book series in science fiction, it's won Hugo Awards, and I still have to tell people about it. It won Hugo Awards in 1975, or 77, but I just don't get surprised about that in general. So, as an aside, outside of role playing, I'm a computer programmer, and I came into my first workplace. And granted, all the people around me were particularly older than myself. I was actually the youngest person there at the age of 30. I was a late bloomer, professionally speaking. And here are all these programmers, and none of them had seen Office Space. And I was blown away. How could you be programmers and not seen Office Space? I don't get it. Probably because they were all much older and came into the field in a very different way. It's interesting. If you look at computer programming, the super old, like the people who are retired or retiring soon, that wasn't necessarily a nerdy thing back then. It was a technical job, but it wasn't necessarily nerds that were attracted to it. Nerds. And if you look at modern day, if you look at the programmers that are over here on my floor, that are most of them are under 25, and they're like hardcore ultimate frisbee people and people who don't know jack about video games, and it's just like, where are all the nerds? I don't get it. It's kind of interesting. I guess only in during my generation, which I think was Generation X, was that a really heavy thing. Anyways, it's off topic. Maybe you found that funny, but I promise the next one will actually be about role-playing games. If you'd like to find out more about RPG a Day or RPG Brigade, this year's hosts, the links are down below. You can also go there to find other people's answers to these questions and share your own. Feel free to comment down below with any of your responses to these same questions, or to post links to other people's content that you found also interesting.